Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Realistic coming at you for episode 104 of Bearish or Bullish. Before we start our videos, just remember I am not a financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment purposes. But before you do anything, please consult your DD. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence, all right? So I hope everybody had a great day out there. VNTH still tearing it up, looking good. So we had a lot of things happen today, so I want to get over it. So one of my favorite plays right now is NBRI. As you can see, I was telling you all there's a trend where it kind of laps out for a couple days. I want to see what it takes. So 27th started cross down, and then 29th, so 2 days. All right, bounces up. We're here. October 1st came up on the 4th. It was a weekend. All right, then we go here, 6 up on the 7th. All right, then we were here the 12th, and now we're on the 14th. So what I'm thinking for tomorrow is uh, we're going to see some green, and I want you to look at this comparison of the daily chart. Very bullish chart. Just had the golden cross, which is a long-term indicator of the 50 over the 200, yellow over purple. Okay, and when you always want green over blue, which is your 8 MA over your 21 MA, and they're all screaming up. Very bullish, right? So let's look at this, all right? So we had a long green, then we had a short green with a long wick, which showed us that there was a lot of selling resistance up here that led to profit taking on these two, now 3 days, and then we finished green, all right? So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we're on 4 days of day four was really day 3 and 4 were more consolidation days. I want you to look at this and compare it to VNTH's chart. All right, as we can see right here, we have up here. This was a full candle, but as you can see, it had 1, 2, 3, 4. It had this day, so we might get another day right around here. Maybe they're never identical, but there's these patterns. Okay, so you're seeing it's trended up and then it had a breakout. So if we go back real fast, all right, we're looking at it jumping a little bit. We're right here, right today. So we could see this or we could see it break up. Either way, looking forward to getting into that. So it ended up, let's see, I just want to see what it closed at. So it's at 7-1 when it started coming up. The next day it closed at 6-6. All right, and then the following day we had 7-6, and then boom, and then we're rocking. All right, cool. So a couple days tomorrow, probably early next week, NBRI. I'm expecting a show to fly up this chart because all these indicators are very bullish. Today, if you weren't watching level 2, as I was hooked on it, if we go over to the 14th, right here, okay, so we opened huge candlestick down here, which means the price opened up here, opened up, and it flew up to the top of 35, or no, it didn't, sorry, came back down, touched 28, so found some, it was at 35, because I was putting 34 in there, trying to break it up in the morning. Lots of selling resistance. I think people were just thinking that it was going to drop, because they didn't know what they were doing. It's obviously consolidating right here, and it's staying on the 50-day moving average on the hourly. Plummeted all the way down to 28. If you grab some of those, lucky you. I know somebody did. As they told me, that's a great snag right there. And then it came all the way up to 35, touched 36, and we were sitting around 35 for most of the day, and then they kind of brought it down. They were bid whacking like crazy, trying to make sure that this didn't happen, but oh, so sorry, it did. Okay, so what we want to see on this right here, this is the bullish cross right here. We want this right now, it's kind of going at a side little angle. We want this blue one to start nosediving right here, and we want this one to start coming up, all right, right here. Because what's going to happen is this will break up, then the 21 will follow it behind. So as we go back over here, let's go back to an early breakout, okay? So as you can see right here, so the 21 is actually coming down pretty hard. not sideways on any one of these. All right, so it's probably going to come down some. This will probably come down a little bit, so that's why I'm thinking maybe another day of consolidation. These probably go here, and then we'll have a shot up here. So next couple days, NBRI should be a nice bounce. So keep an eye out on that one as it holds this 50 MA. Broke it, and it's been eaten up every time. Look at these are all hourly. It's been getting eaten alive right there. Daily, if we look at it, it always came down and touched the 8. It touched it yesterday. All right, every time it touched it, there's a jump up usually the next day. So touched, jump, came back down, touched, jump, came back up, touched, jump, came back down, touched, jump, came back down, finally touched. Maybe the next day is a jump. We'll see. It's perfect though. All you do is hold on these things and then they just ride it on up until it hits penny land. That's 3x from here. All right, so let's move on to VNTH. Another great day here in the VNTH world. We're at Pennyland, all right? So we had a great push, lots of buys coming through. RSI is holding steadily right here. We had a dip at the end of the day, not a big deal. People just trying to push it down, trying to get some cheapies. So people bought that up, as you can tell, staying on the 8 MA. It's going to be much like PUGE, and it's going to get eaten alive on here, and it's going to start flying up these charts. I'm thinking that it's probably going to make it to 120 to 140 before a healthy pullback. So, because I mean, look at this, we're only sitting at 81 at RSI right here, 80. I think it was at the end because it came down. Yeah, so 79.62 got all the way up to 88. It's gonna probably touch that again. So I'm thinking somewhere right around in this area it's probably gonna get, and then we're gonna get a nice pullback, or we could see some consolidation beforehand. I just see a lot of buying going on here. The volume was really high compared to some others. Looks good. It's going to continue its trend. It's going to dip a little bit. It's going to go up. Make sure you're holding it. All right. Take your profits on the way up. Small scales out. Any dips you feel comfortable that you want to get back in, go ahead and grab some. Do what you want to do with your DD. It's up to you. CYBL. This was a little bit of a shocker to me today. As you can see right here on the what was it? Looks like 10 a.m. So really early, we had somebody, the cross was coming down and they just dumped a bunch of shares, wanting it bearish crash to finally make it down. It's made its way, this candlestick on the hourly, to the 50 MA. Let's see if it bounces and holds that area. We got a little ways to find out. I mean, it bounced off of it one time, so, and it bounced down here technically too, right off of it. It was good, but still early because it's still in a downtrend, slight downtrend, very slight, very minimal. See if it holds right around here. If not, we could see it come down a little lower to support level, which would be 406. Okay, and then 200. If it's hitting 406 support and it breaks it, then it's going to go down to 200 MA and probably bounce off 391. So I don't expect it to fall that far. If it falls, I mean, it definitely could fall that far. It's not a big deal. It'll bounce and roll back up. If you look at the chart right here, you can see on the daily that it was making a bearish trend as it was curling. It wasn't a heavy curl where it's like straight down. It's coming out, and as you can see, continual growth right here kind of saved it. But what we're going to see is we're going to see this 21 scream up here. So we're going to have to keep an eye and see if the 8 shoots down or goes up. I think it's going to run parallel, maybe cross under it. It's going to run back up there until news, and then it'll fly up. So not very bearish at all, even if it crosses over right there. CYBL, great stock. All right, PUGE, PUGE. All right, this one was dipping and jumping. It just keeps bouncing off this 50 MA. If you want it, buy it now, would be my opinion. As you can see, it's been holding it really well. This is just purely a down to consolidation track right here. As we can see, they didn't want it to cross to be bearish or to be bullish yet. So It's coming up close. You'll probably see a breakout tomorrow. They'll probably try and stop it, but I don't think they're going to because the 50 is so high now, getting really close to the 21 and 8 MA that it's probably going to break out, and we'll probably see a head to the 130s, 140s, and make its next move. RSI's cooled down, which it really desperately needed. Remember, I do RSI by the daily. So up here, I click on the daily chart. Okay, my RSI is based on that. 72%, it ran all the way up to 91. So expect another big run from PUGE to twos here within a week or two. I'm sure there's some news coming out, and all the indicators are bullish. It's going to fly. All right, ETEK. I did not see the close of this, but I figured it was going to happen. I was keeping an eye on it. It was coming down in a downtrend. You could see it started to curl. It's getting a little bit of consolidation right in these hourlies right here. So we had stopped here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So you had about 7 consolidated hours right here on a small little bearish downtrend pullback, and now the crossing's coming in, and this is what you're seeing. You're seeing somebody trying to push this up and go up. It'll probably come back. It'll probably go up a little bit at open, then come back a little bit, and then shoot up. They're just waiting on pink. This thing's strong stock. It's going to do well. It's going to have a very nice run once it goes pink. RSI is super cooled off compared to everybody else right now, 63%. As you can see, it was holding the 8s slightly below, so now it's going to the, you can only go for so long on here before it hits the next level. So it hit the 21 right here, so it's bouncing off 21, so it'll probably bounce off of there and go up. It's got to get pink here soon, I assume, though. So yeah, ETEK is probably going to be solid. High 4s, low 5s, probably solid buy. TONR. All right, let's look at TONR here. TONR was going through. This is the hourly. Let's see, today is the 14th, which would be right here. All right, so it looks like we had a drop at the beginning of the day, just like everything, it seems like. Everything was going off. It's funny because the market was on fire today. The Dow and the NASDAQ were just soaring. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring this 8 below the 21, and buyers and the bulls said no way, and they kept it up. And so it's just riding along in this channel. Best thing for you guys is they're keeping the trend. So, and the trend is upwards and onwards, as they like to say. Put from the top here, top there. So you're looking right there, everybody. So you're just going to continue to fall in this category right here. News can always break you above, or bad news can always break you below, but I think it'll continue to go here. You'll probably get some news in the 1-2s and then skyrocket up. So TONR, good move. It's going the right way. Let's look at the daily. RSI is sitting on the 70. You're fine in this market currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days on the 8 MA. Solid holding. Definitely, I think it's just going to continue to follow that up there. I think you guys are great. TONR good. Okay, this one, if you didn't see my tweet, tweeted it out this morning, or maybe even this evening. I think it was this morning though. This is my breakout play to come out next after. I think NBRI is going to be a great one too, but CFGX is definitely going. You can see it staying in this trend line. You'll see it more in the hourly in a second, but I mean, look, it's just riding the 8 MA. So if you want to get in low 2s, mid 2s probably. It's going to probably come back down. Probably looking at, if you get in mid 2s, that's what I would do. Obviously low 2s. But yeah, it just broke in 30s. 30 is a hard, when you're so low on SP, so you're the doubles, 001s, 002s, 003s, it's kind of hard to break those different areas because of the gains are so great for just those 10 points right there. So, you hit the 30s, All right, people are going to profit take because they just made a ton of money if they bought several million shares, and then it comes back down, consolidates, they rebuy, goes back up, they'll do the same thing again, comes back down, consolidate. So that's all people are doing. I mean, look at this. You get a cup and handle soon. It's going to be a breakout. It's going to soar. I bet you this baby soars to. This was the one that had a really low RSI. Yeah. Oh, pretty low RSI. 66.5. So this thing, when it's gonna shoot, it's gonna shoot 50, 60, probably, when it does bump. So that's a hold and wait. Bullish crossing on the hourly, holding it up. It's following the line. See if it come back down. Touch right around here. See it's coming through here. And remember, it's just look, it's just running right in here below 8 to buy a steal. Sometimes in these lows you can get a dip, or they try to force it down. I mean, look at that. Could have got 16 just 5 days ago, 6 days ago. Steal, making some money, double, 50, 100%. So, yep, CFGX on the move. All right, KYNC, thought it would have a little bit more of a break today. It definitely had a lot more volume, at least double from what I remember. Looks good. Chart looks good. Coming up, green, green, green. So you're going to have some pullback. All right. You can't have green all the time. You got to build those stairs. So right here, crypto exchange is tomorrow. So I expect this thing to reverse and fly up and have a great day. So keep an eye out for that as well. Not going to spend much time on something that's going to do really, really well, and you don't even have to think about it. I'll be shocked if it does anything less. If it does, it means the crypto exchange sucks, but I don't think it will. I think it's got great thing. The ticketing features coming out on it as well. It's broke bullish on the daily. That's a strong indicator. This thing's going to break 2 pennies easily tomorrow and ride it on up, and it's going to continue to go. This is not a sell the news with a good product, because we're sitting at 59% right now, which means it's got some gas in the tank to fly up these charts. So make sure to take advantage of that. All right. So let's go on and move on to MJWL. MJWL, so my tweet, I believe this thing is just building stairways and slowly but gradually going to make its way all the way up to 20s, 30s. I think it's going to continue to go. All right, so more news. They've got several acquisitions on the way, so just building stairs. That's all it's doing. Building stairs. All right, buying the pullbacks, ride them up. Bullish, 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 bullish on the hourly, so probably green day for them tomorrow. They do pretty well on Fridays. Bullish, 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 bullish. Building those charts, all right? So I bet you it goes 14, 15, maybe 16 tomorrow. I bet you it'll have a pretty good day. Any tweets tend to help as well. LEAS, covered this one yesterday. Daily chart looks great, very bullish, coming on, riding this, coming back and touching this 8 right here, this 8 MA, probably consolidate right here for a couple days. Looking at 70%, so RSI came down, very nice. Bearish trend, gonna catch right here. With a bull market, anything's possible where these things can just jump. As you can see, it goes down here, consolidated, came up, kind of it's doing a slow run. When it's cheaper, it's fly up a little faster because it's cheaper. Now it's hitting the 50 and holding the 50. So watch it hold 50, it holds the 50. This is going to take the 8 MA, run sideways. This is going to bring the 21 down, and then we're going skyward. So LES just has a little bit of time and it's back up. AHFD had a huge bump today. As you can see, it's following it. Keep an eye. Remember, this one ran at 96% on the RSI daily. And it's currently sitting at 85%. I would not touch it at that level. Anything at upper 80s, mid to upper 80s RSI right now is getting dangerous. So be careful. They're just trying to push this and make this go through, propping it up, trying to force its way through. I think it'll crumble. I don't think it'll work out. It might get up to 60 and hit resistance and then drop down some more. So I'd be looking for this to consolidate and the RSI to come down before I decide to purchase any of this stock. And last but not least, PJET. PJET's looking great out there. Today they had some news. If we follow along on the daily, we had this large green candle. This thing is just following the trend line all the way up. It's a Fern wannabe, and that's a good thing. It's going to just continue to go up. Low floaters. Just got to be patient with them. All right, it's going to come down. There's a large stick, so I expect that to come back some. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I woke up kind of early this morning if you didn't see from my tweets. Getting a little tired. All right, so if we're going through here, coming up, coming down, and just following this nicely, a little consolidation and another bump probably as well. PJET's gonna make some moves to, let's see, let me look at that RSI real fast. 70, you're good. They'll start moving to threes and then fours, and then you'll probably hit that 5 resistance or 4 resistance and come back some. This one's looking good. This just is a buy and hold and forget. Set it and forget it. All right, everybody. Try to make this one as quick as possible. Hope you all have a great evening. This is Mr. Realistic. Hope you enjoyed bearish or bullish. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of the week. Friday's the last day to make some money this week. Do it. See y'all later.